it mean for you guys to finish as strongly as you did, considering the way that most of the first half went?
Yeah, it's a good feeling, man. I mean, yeah, we were going through it for quite some time. Then we feel like over the last week, even starting with that Cincinnati series, even though we lost 2 out of 3 there, we played better baseball. Lost games late in the game there, but we played sharper baseball. And then coming home, taking 3 from the Angels, taking 2 out of 3 here after losing that first night. In an upsetting fashion. This team's starting to play better. We're handling the losses better. We feel like the quality of the games has been more important to us than the outcome and the result. Obviously, we need wins right now, but we feel like we put together quality games. We're going to start getting more and more of those wins. So leave here on a strong note going into the half. Everyone got a chance to reset, go see the families, kind of square things away at home, and then get back after it.
And similar on a personal level, like it was kind of a weird start.
Yeah.
For you to finish the first half strong,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had a lot of growth in that first half, going through some of the injuries and not feeling my best and not having some of my best weapons, learning how to use some of the other stuff and learning how to get outs without my best stuff and without, the highest level of confidence. Paid off a lot down the stretch for these last few starts when I did start feeling right. So good momentum. It's always frustrating. We talked about it, earlier today. It feels like every time we've gotten a little momentum going or won a couple games in a row, we either get an off day or now we get the break. So I think everyone is in a good spot mentally here. We're moving past that, the type of play that we had in that first half, and we're ready to get after it.
You said before the series felt like a do-or-die series for both teams. What's the feeling right now as you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. Taking 2 out of 3 from them, especially going up against Scherzer today. Tough competition, really good pitcher with a lot of accolades. So Manny getting us started with a 3-run lead early there really set the tone for us, allowed me to go out there and just be really aggressive.
It almost seems like that this team goes as Manny Machado goes in some ways.
Absolutely. I mean, he's come up to the plate with a lot of runners in scoring position and a lot of guys on base, and he's starting to cash those guys in. He's taking really good at-bats. I mean, today he pulls the breaking ball to left and then hits the fastball out to right. That's kind of exactly the approach that you see with Manny when he's dialed in. So those hard line drives the opposite way with fastballs and then pulling the breaking balls in zone. So I think he's starting to find his groove a little bit. His confidence is in a really good spot, and he's every bit the leader of this team now. So everyone's kind of following his lead here.
Joe, there were times today that seemed like you were just cruising, and then times where you were that thing you were grinding.
Yeah.
Which do you look at it as?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very sloppy outing, but ultimately the idea is to go up, put up zeros, and I put myself in some tough situations. That I think it was the 3rd inning there. Bases loaded, 1 out, and I get the back-to-back punch-outs. That really kind of reassured, my confidence in some certain pitches that day, especially the changeup. I hadn't thrown a whole lot up to that point, and I threw back-to-back to Alvarez. Not very sharp. I think I threw a lot more breaking balls than fastballs, or at least more than I have in the past. And I think my body and arm were feeling it as the outing went on. I just got a little lazy and sloppy with some of those breaking balls. Like I hit 4 guys today with pretty much all breaking balls. So, not the worst thing. It's better than leaving it in zone and having damage done. But yeah, focused and executed pitches when I really needed them.
Is the curveball one of the things that you sort of not discovered, but like did this first half without having the slider so much?
I'd say more so the fastball and the changeup, especially the changeup. The curveball did get better because I was relying that as the out pitch when I didn't have the slider. But forcing myself to use the changeup and create another weapon that I haven't used much in the past was really big for me, and especially going into the second half now, I feel like I got a good idea of what the feelings are on good ones and what the feelings are on bad ones and how to differentiate that. So I think the biggest growth this first half for me was getting that changeup going to righties and lefties.
You've been pitching through a few things. What do you think extended rest now, maybe coming back on the backside of the rotation after a break of nutrients?
Yeah, I mean it'll be big for me now. I've been kind of struggling to get through these last couple, and it's not so much in the game, it's the recovery. Getting my body good enough to put good work in and get a good bullpen session in. But over the years I've dealt with injuries, so having that in the back pocket of knowing what it's like to skip a bullpen or to back off on throwing a week, I feel like I'm in a good spot going into the break.